Naval Ravikant once said, "Desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want." Here's the billion-dollar paradox that destroys most people's financial lives. The more desperate you are for money, the more you repel it. Why does wanting something so badly push it further away? Why does your effort seem to backfire, leaving you exhausted and empty-handed? Today, we're breaking down the psychology of self-sabotage, and more importantly, how to deactivate it, starting right now. This is the place where we decode success patterns through behavioral science and raw psychology. If you are tired of the grind that leads nowhere, if you're exhausted from running on a hamster wheel, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on the notification bell. What I'm about to say might make you uncomfortable. It might challenge some beliefs you've held for years, but discomfort is the price of growth. And I promise you, this is worth it. Let's dive in. Imagine this. You're driving a car on an empty highway at night. Your fuel light just turned red. You're in the middle of nowhere, and the next gas station is 50 miles away. Your heart rate spikes. Your palms get sweaty. You turn off the music because it's distracting you. Suddenly, you can't think about anything other than that blinking red light on your dashboard. Your world shrinks. You stop enjoying the drive. You stop planning for tomorrow. You stop thinking about anything that matters long term. All you can see is that fuel gauge. This is what psychologists call scarcity tunnel vision. When you are desperately chasing cash, when you're behind on bills, when you're worried about making rent, your cognitive bandwidth drops dramatically. It's not a character flaw. It's biology. Your brain detects a threat, and it narrows your focus to survival mode. And here's the kicker. When you're in survival mode, you lose your ability to think long-term. You stop strategizing. You stop being creative. You stop seeing the big picture. Instead, you become reactive. You take bad deals because you need money right now. You accept clients you know are toxic because you can't afford to say no. You price yourself below market value because you're terrified of losing the sale. And what happens? Those bad deals lead to worse outcomes. Those toxic clients drain your energy. Those low prices attract the wrong kind of customers. And now you're even more desperate than before. You are essentially trading your future for a tiny crumb today. And that, my friend, is why you always end up with less. You're so busy chasing butterflies that you forget you could be building a garden. Let's talk about why your subconscious mind is your worst enemy. In his book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker introduces a concept that changed the way I think about money. He says, every single person has a financial thermostat. This thermostat is set early in your life, by your parents, by your teachers, by the culture you grew up in. Maybe you heard, money doesn't grow on trees. Maybe you were told, rich people are greedy. Maybe you absorbed the idea that wanting more money makes you selfish or shallow. These voices become the programming in your subconscious hard drive. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If your income exceeds the setting on your thermostat, your subconscious will activate a cooling mechanism to bring you back down. This explains a statistical fact that shocks most people. Over 70% of lottery winners end up bankrupt within 10 years. Why? It's not bad luck. It's not stupidity. It's that their internal thermostat was never set to that temperature. When sudden wealth arrives, they feel uncomfortable. They feel like imposters. They feel like they don't belong in that financial bracket. So unconsciously, they sabotage themselves. They make terrible investments. They lend money to people who never pay back. They spend recklessly, or they simply stop working and let everything fall apart. Let me paint a more everyday picture for you. Imagine you finally land a huge client. The contract is worth 5 times your usual rate. You hang up the phone. You should be celebrating. But instead, a quiet voice inside your head whispers, are they going to actually pay? Do I really deserve this? What if I mess it up and they hate me? That voice, that tiny, subtle whisper, is your thermostat at work. It's telling you that staying small is safer. Don't stand out. Don't let people see you making that much money. Don't challenge the old story. And what do? You procrastinate on sending the contract. You avoid following up. You spend 3 times as long on the project, trying to make it perfect, and end up confusing your client with over-delivery. This is like trying to catch a waterfall with a tiny cup. No matter how much water comes down, you can't hold it. You just get soaked. You don't lack the ability to earn money. You lack the capacity to hold it. Here's the third and most critical shift. When you fear the unknown, when you're scared of losing clients, scared of the economy crashing, scared of your income dropping, your body tenses up, your shoulders rise toward your ears, your breathing becomes shallow, your heart beats a little faster, and then, when you send an email to a client, or pitch a new project, or even talk to your boss, you unconsciously transmit a subtle vibe. It's the vibe of neediness. It says, please give me this job. Please don't cut my budget. Please keep me around. That vibe repels people, not because they're mean, but because they can feel your desperation. And desperation makes people uncomfortable. It signals that you're focused on what you can get, not on what you can give. So how do you break this cycle? You come back to the present moment. Think about this image. You're standing at the edge of the ocean. Waves are rolling in, one after another. If you clench your fists and try to grab the water, it slips right through your fingers. The harder you squeeze, the less you hold. But if you open your hands, if you let the water flow through your fingers, you can actually feel it. You can appreciate its temperature, its texture, its movement. Money is not a static number. It's a flowing current. When you focus on, I'm afraid I won't have money next month, you're paying emotional interest on a debt that isn't even due yet. You're living in a future that hasn't arrived. And in doing so, you're draining the energy you need to act effectively right now. Psychologists call this rumination, the habit of replaying anxious scenarios in your head. How much time do you spend every day imagining all the ways things could go wrong? All that mental energy is being wasted on something that doesn't exist. Here's a simple practice. Every time you feel fear about the future, ask yourself 2 concrete questions. What is the actual danger happening right now? Usually, the answer is nothing. You're safe. What is the smallest, most valuable thing I can do in this moment? It could be responding to 1 email. It could be improving 1 feature of your product. It could be spending 30 minutes learning a skill you've been putting off. When you shift your focus from, I need more money, to, who can I help right now? The fear-driven distortion in your behavior disappears. You stop selling aggressively. You stop people-pleasing. You just show up, do high-quality work, and let the results come naturally. And what happens? Money starts flowing to you. Not because you chased it, but because you created something worth paying for. Let's go back to Naval Ravikant's quote. Desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. But here's the nuance that most people miss. It's not the desire that hurts you. It's the attachment to it. It's the fear that you won't get it. That fear puts you in a state of lack. And when you're in a state of lack, you act from a place of desperation. And desperation repels exactly what you want. You treat the unknown as a threat. You see fog ahead and assume there's a monster in it. But what if you flip that? What if you treated the unknown as an old friend? What if you saw it as a space of possibility? A space where new opportunities, new connections, and new ideas are waiting to be discovered. Every time fear rises, and it will, practice saying this to yourself out loud. Say it right now, just to feel how it lands. I'm safe right now. All I need to do is handle what's in front of me. Don't waste your energy predicting disaster. Redirect that energy toward gratitude for what's already here. The change in your pocket, the breath in your lungs, the fact that you woke up today, those are real. Those are already present. When you can acknowledge fear without being controlled by it, when you can set it gently to the side and continue doing the work in front of you, you've won. Because you're no longer a hostage to the future. You're back in the present. And the present is the only place where real power exists. The world is full of people who want more money. I mean, look around. Everyone wants it, desperately. But the world is not full of people who can provide consistent, genuine, valuable service and remain calm, grounded, and present while doing it. If you want to be one of the rare ones, if you want to stop chasing and start attracting, I invite you to make a small commitment right now. Hit that subscribe button, not because you owe me anything, but because this is a community of people who choose awareness over anxiety and creation over consumption. Together, we learn to be stable, not rigid, not fearful, just steady, in a world that constantly tries to shake us. I'm your name. I'll see you in the next one.